So just so to enable cloud, we are proud to say that we have now 160 partners with 1,300 customers and 20,000 plus users using the platform and trusting our expertise in the area of Microsoft Azure provisioning. So for the partners that haven't heard of Companial before, we are partner-to-partner organization, and we're the only value-added distributor in Microsoft worldwide channel that can claim that we're purely focused on Dynamics, right? So we breathe, we live Dynamics, and we cover all Dynamics 365 areas. We are like Business Central, Finance and Supply Chain Management, and Customer Engagement. We are experts on NAV BC side as well. We've done over 800 upgrade projects. We do 25,000 hours of development works, and the same we do with finance and supply chain management, migrations, development, customer engagement, field service, CRM, Power Platform, you name it. So if you don't have the right expertise or the projects are too complex for you, you're welcome to come to Companial. So maybe I'll try and mute everyone. Mute all. Okay, and if you have any questions, then maybe you can ask that in the chat meanwhile. Okay. So let's introduce what is the platform itself. So as you can see, it's an automated platform. It's available 24/7 on a highly secure, scalable, and readily supported environment. When Microsoft Dynamics partners like yourself can easily deploy and manage their NAV Business Central solutions on Microsoft Azure. So moving forward, when we speak about different cloud adoption ways, the Dynamics partners normally have 3 to 4 different options, right? So you can move your customer to BC SaaS straight away. You can maintain the customer on premise, but that requires, of course, the maintenance of the hardware. And as we know, the Microsoft strategy is to finally migrate all the customers to cloud. So it's not the long-term solution to maintain your customer on premises. You can also set up, host, and manage your cloud platform yourself, but it requires a lot of competences and a lot of investment on infrastructure that normally you cannot see an immediate return of investment. Whereas us, we have invested into our platform since 2015. We're also expert not only on Azure, but on also NAV BC Dynamics. So we can provide both support and expertise when needed, and we can always assist you on both sides. So why not then use our hosting platform and us as a competent cloud provider? So when I mentioned that there are some situations stopping moving from SaaS, sometimes it's not a straight road to BC SaaS because of some of the limitations, like you cannot upgrade yet, or localization is not available. There might be the integrations or customizations are too complex to move to SaaS. Perhaps your as a partner solution is not available to SaaS. So there could be many reasons, you name it, right? But you still want to give that cloud-like environment to your customer. So, and with our platform, we resolve all these limitations, and we can help you to, you can easily self-provision your customer and give them a cloud-like environment. So with these limitations, as mentioned, there is no straightforward road to BC SaaS. If speaking about direct road, we can also help you with our upgrade analyzer, since we've done those 800 upgrades, and we provide the free estimates to give you a fixed price offering for those migrations. But in terms of the giving options to your customer on the platform side, you have 2 options. You can move to SaaS by the hybrid way. So we create the safe passage for you. So we can also upgrade it to the latest BC version on-prem. You can move them to our platform, stay there when, let's say, your customers or you resolve all these limitations, and when they're ready, migrate to SaaS. But you can equally use our platform for one of the options when you can move it to Azure and then remain staying on a hybrid model on the private cloud using our platform. So we really think with our platform, it's possible to have the best of those two worlds, right? So you at the same time you overcome SaaS limitations that I mentioned prior, and you also get the cloud benefits with the extra bonus of having the safe passage for the future SaaS. You also get the support both from BC Dynamics experts and cloud experts. And meanwhile, then you can focus on Dynamics. You can focus on the core side of your business rather than infrastructure, and might as well then uh, give the chance to experts to take care of hosting your customers, while you can gain extra profits from implementations or integrations, and at the same time gain extra margins by using simple priced solution of hosting on Azure platform. And later on, I will be able to discuss how you can package that pricing and add extra margin and sell it to a customer with no risk to your margin and with no risk of going over the limit of any kind of invoices or not knowing what you're going to be paying at the end of the month. So moving forward to the main attributes and the main 7 reasons of why you should be using Companial's platform. So the main one of the important reasons is safety, right? So it's important that your data stays safe, and Companial can guarantee that. We take security very seriously. We constantly monitor our platform, and we maintain our quality to the highest standard. We're also ISO 27001 certified. That gives you the confidence of having your customers hosted on a secure platform. As mentioned, we also provide the full support. We monitor platform 24/7, 365 days a year. We provide full support for infrastructure maintenance, including monitoring, patching, new version updates, security, monitoring, and structural maintenance, and of course, the backup. In terms of the efficiency, the platform is efficient because it's fully automated. So it's really easy to use, and it's really easy to create customer installations, which I'm going to show in a demo. And it's very simple. It's you have different action logs, document sections, installations. So it's clear view of your customer installations, of your partner users, and it's just so easy to deploy the customer in the platform. And of course, the support, I believe, is one of the key reasons that our partners choose our platform. Our availability, SLA of BC instance availability is 99.9%. So we promise the quality, the availability, and our team is ready to support you 24/7. And of course, if there's an urgent issue, you can order it with a separate fee to get the support at night or during the weekends. So everything is possible with our platform. And in terms of the cost management and predictable profit, we use simple per user per month pricing, depending on the server you choose. There are no onboarding fees, no cancellation fees. You get invoices upfront, which you can easily track on the platform. So there are no nasty surprises at the end or at the front of the month. So, and of course, there are no annoying limitations like database size, traffic, and many more. So There are no, so it's very, very simple pricing. It's very simple to use. And of course, the competence, as mentioned, it requires a lot of competence and your own money to set up a fully functioning platform. And at the end of the day, you have to make sure that it provides you with a return of investment. Whereas just now we have the competence of both NAV, BC experts and Azure experts. So, and we are trusted by 160 plus partners and their customers and users as well. So speaking about the data centers, we use only Microsoft Azure data centers. We are 100% backed up by Microsoft. And okay, I'm just allowing more people to come in. So we're 100% Microsoft backed up, and we have our data centers, as you can see in those green dots. So West Europe, UK South, North Europe, France Central, Canada Central, East US, and we also have Southeast Australia and Southeast Singapore data centers as well. So on this slide, you can also see the summary of our infrastructure. So the blue part is automatically implemented, and client can be reached through the web client or Windows client, which is the orange part. And the green bit is an option to set up a single sign-on between the service tier on our platform and the customer's Azure Active Directory tenant. And all of this can be managed through Companial Self-Provisioning portal. So if you have any technical related questions regarding this, we can take them on after the session. So moving forward, the important bit is on configuration. So typically we have 3 servers. It's a sandbox server, which is usually used for the testing, development, trial purposes, and the private shared server is when partners can deploy several customers, but their databases must be on the same version and same cumulative updates. It's worth mentioning that private shared server is managed by a Companion. Whereas with a dedicated center, it's a private dedicated server for one customer, one installation, and one solution only. And then the partner decides the server size for the customer. So that's basically the main differences between the private shared and dedicated server. And the reason why I'm speaking about the servers is as well because the pricing depends on there as well. So for the sandbox server, partners pay only for the price of the server per month. For the private shared server, if it's a single tenant user, then it's 22 euros per user per month. And if it's multi-tenant user, then it's 16 euros per user per month. So that's very simple, right? So if there are no extra integration, no extra blank servers, it's 22 euros per user per month for the single tenant. When it comes to dedicated server, the pricing model is a bit different. Each month you pay for the server, and then on the top of that server, you add the user price of €8.50 per user per month. So as you can see, there are different servers, and sometimes depending on configuration, sometimes it works out that it's more cost effective to go for dedicated server, but each case might be very different. And of course, we're happy to discuss each option to advise you on the best option for you. And this slide shows what the price cover for the live customers. So we have the automated provisioning, the Microsoft Azure server for NAV Business Central installation, the remote desktop service, partner support. Then we have client types. It also includes 24/7, as mentioned, 365 days a year monitoring. Then it also includes Dynamics NAV Business Central development environment and shared SQL database with a 14-day backup. If there is a need, I think for the extra cost, we can also supply a 30-day backup or more. So again, it's all depends on your needs and what your customer and yourself would prefer. So we're approaching the demo really soon. And the reason for the slide is just to show you that with our experience, all these actions on the left, the providing details for NAV installations, preparing main infrastructure, and so on, we took kind of done in a research, and we saw that for inexperienced IT engineer, it takes about 50 hours to do all these actions on the left. For the experienced IT engineer, it takes 10 hours. And for our platform, because all of these actions are automated, it basically takes 5-10 minutes to create your customer installation. So now we're moving to the demo session just now. And if you give me a quick minute, I'll just change the screens. Yeah, so I hope everybody can see my screen. So when you log in to the partner portal, it automatically takes you to the dashboard. So you can see your invoices, you can see the projected ones, upcoming ones, and you can also see the past ones. You can also see the total of hosting licenses, the underutilized licenses, and the total of your users with the quantity of customers and installations. We also, in the announcement bit, provide you with the newest information, if there are like new features released of the platform, or if there is like Microsoft Azure outage. We just had one maybe a month or so ago. So you see those announcements on the platform, and you also get email notifications. And on the right, you also see most popular feature requests. So our partners are normally quite involved in providing their feedback, and we take it very seriously, and we do the business cases, and we, of course, can implement that feedback to improve our platform continuously. On the customers bit, you see the amount of customers that you have. On the database backup side, you can upload new database backup, or just see the ones that they are already uploaded. On the licenses bit, again, you can upload new, use active, and see the active, unused, or expired licenses. In application servers, you can see which customers use which ones, so like private, shared, sandbox, or dedicated. On the partner user bit, you can give permission rights to your colleagues that they can access the client installation and application server. And on the monitoring and alert bit, we provide you with index recommendations. And what our partners benefit a lot from is the automatic auto-tuning if you choose that option. So we automatically auto-tune partner database and increase performance. So which could be seen seen in database health report. So that's the advantage that our partners normally take on. And then on alerts bit, you also get alerted when you have like expired license detected or scheduled job suspended for some reason. But a great benefit that you can also set your own thresholds. For example, you have a customer that you think they will go over high CPU users, so you can set a certain threshold which will alert you if they're close to that number of the usage. So that's also a great benefit. On the documents bit, it's loading just now. You can find all the documents related to self-provisioning platform, as well as pricing. Our FAQ for Companial Self-Provisioning services actually most downloaded document. So all the documentation that you might have questions to could be found here. And on the action log, there you can see what has been performed the latest, what's been created latest, so you can easily track the progress or see what's been, like there was like extra installation added here. So now as we move now to customer installation, the one, the demo, which I said is going to take really quick 5-10 minutes. So what we do, we press create, and then it directs us to selecting the Business Central or NAV version. So for the purpose of this meeting, I'll just choose Dynamics NAV 2017. Then it asks us to select a deployment type, either single tenant or multi-tenant. So I will choose single tenant just now, and then I press create. When you press create, it asks for the server name. So I'll just write in server, server type. So sandbox, private share, or dedicated. So as mentioned, private share is private to you as a partner, but some of the components are shared between customers. And dedicated is dedicated to only solution and to only one customer. So for the purpose of this demo, I'll just choose private shared. And again, it shows that it's managed by Companial. But if you choose dedicated, you as a partner have to choose the usage of the server. So let me choose the private shared. And then I'll just choose the build NAV 2017. Select the region. As mentioned, these are the data centers that we can host: West Europe, North Europe, UK South, France Central, West Central Germany, Canada Central, East US, West US, Southeast Asia, Southeast Australia. So these are the ones that you can choose. So let's say I want to host my customer in West Europe. And after that, I press next. And it takes me to database backup. You can equally download your individual backup or choose the standard demo database from Microsoft. So I'll just choose standard demo database because I don't have my own individual backup. And I will select the country version of W1. Then you can upload your new license by pressing upload new, or choose the licenses that you already have, you might have already in the system. So we'll choose Cronus 2017. And it takes us to authentication types. So in our platform, you can choose 2 authentication types. It's Office 365 single sign-on or classic username. So with Office 365 single sign-on, it's worth mentioning that you need to have administrative rights. Whereas for the classic username, you can create the username yourself. So let's just create, let's see, test that Companion. I'll just provide, just automatically jumps to my name, last name, and you click add. And the user of your customer is already added. So this way you can add multiple users for your customer. So after you add your customers, you press next, and then you select the name for your customer. So let's say select new, just say Agnieszka. Again, I'll choose spring or spring number 2 because I already used spring for the last demo because the sun is shining and it's motivating us, right? And then you don't need to enter these details, but if you want, you can. Then you can also choose to send welcome mail to those users, or you can also inform yourself when finished. So I choose send welcome email, let's say, and I press create, and that's voila, that's your installation created. So it's very, very easy. It took me, I think, 5 minutes with all explanation, or a bit longer. And I don't have an IT engineering background, so for people who have the background, I think it's going to be even easier. So let me just quickly move to the last bit of my presentation. Okay, I'll quickly move to the last bit. So thank you so much for this demo session. And just to sum up, the value for you as a partner, why you should be using our provisioning platform. Again, it's very efficient, very quick, and we can save you time setting up your own infrastructure when you can actually focus on your core of the business, and there are no costly investments from your side. It's very simple to use. It takes 5-10 minutes to deploy. No invoicing surprises. Price per user per month. You get both Dynamics on BC expertise and both expertise from Azure. And we also can together create for you as a partner and a customer a safe passage to SaaS. And you can, one of the most important bits, I think, for you as business owners is that you can package and sell with margin to your end customer with no risks of going, not knowing how much you're going to end up paying and ending up covering the cost for the customer because of those surprises. And you can be confident because we're certified we have the certified security, and we're also backed by Microsoft and trusted with our partners and their customers. So as a next step, I really encourage you to join our free trial of the platform for 1 month to see for yourself. And you also get the support of my colleagues like Žygimantas, who will onboard you for 2 hours, will go through the demo in detail and answer any questions you might have. So thank you so much. And perhaps there are any questions from the audience to either myself or Žygimantas. I saw some questions in the chat. And Rene is typing. Okay. Let me see how I can unmute everybody, maybe. Okay, Rene is asking how to handle if a customer has several environments, prod, test, UAT. Žygimantas?
Yeah, okay, so there are basically 2 ways. You can put everything on a single server, just to have multiple installations on that same application server, or you can distribute those installations between different servers. So for example, have a production environment in a private shared application server, and then test or UAT environments on a sandbox server, for example. So in that case, you manage the costs better because you can have as many users as you want on those sandbox servers, and also do not impact the production environment if you do some work on test or UAT.
Thank you, Žygimantas. Hope that answers your question, Rene. Great, thank you. Thank you so much, Žygimantas. Would there be any more questions from the audience? I will share the presentation with all the participants, so that's no problem. And I think I see some of the people joining us just now, so I hope they might have questions there as well. Okay. So maybe, Kreshnik, I think you had some questions before. This is the right time to ask Žygimantas. Or I can ask for you. I think Yes, Krishnik is typing. Oh, you see, he got the answer from me, so great. Great to hear that. Okay, so if there are no more questions from the audience, I hope you take an advantage of trialing platform for 1 month for free and seeing for yourselves. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact myself. And sorry, probably due to nerves, I haven't presented myself. I'm the Partner Success Manager at Companial, covering rest of world, meaning countries that we don't have the physical entity, but we still do the business, and also countries in Europe as well. So any questions you might have, um, fire me them through through my email address, or you can also contact us at service@companial.com, and then those questions can be directed to either our technical team or myself if those questions are from the commercial side. Okay, so no problem. I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation and learned a lot today. And thank you so much for spending this afternoon with me. And now everyone's gonna grab a cup of coffee, right? Morning, evening, afternoon. So let's go back to our day-to-day tasks. And thank you so much again for giving me such a chance. And I hope there will be more demos in the future, so more of your colleagues will be able to join in. And again, apologies for any technical difficulties. So it's always first time has some little issues, but I think we managed to resolve it. Hector is asking how can I get access to the recording? So I will share the recording with the participants. So you will get it via email as well with the presentation.
All right, thank you.
No bother. Okay, so thank you so much and have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of afternoon, morning, evening. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.